all the moves I'm making tonight.
Well, talking about moves there, Mr. Frank, we're going to move right on into this next game. We got Team Bolt up against the NLG, and we now have our matching Teemo hats to go with our brilliant French commentators. Yeah, that's right. It's a field of mushrooms, and we're all Teemos. We're going to get this one rolling. Picks and Bands going down on your left, Team Bolt on your right. No Logic Gaming, which I find a hilarious name.
Yeah, that's an interesting one to go with there. And Jarvan Hecarim right off the bat, so we're banning out a lot of the junglers. And Volibear, you know, I've seen Volibear being banned as a target ban in a recent game that I've casted, and it seems like you really have to be good at that champion for people to be banning him against you.
Well, at the same time, I mean, he's kind of like been brought back a little bit more in the higher tiers. I mean, we've seen him now in the LCS a few times, and if there's anything that the LCS is going to be setting a precedent for, it's those new Flavor of the Month champions. Look at Reginald. Look at Xerath. All of a sudden, Xerath's free week is now the death of everybody.
Yes. And but Amumu coming out, that's a pretty standard ban. We've seen that a lot. Orianna as well. Not as standard, but you definitely don't want to deal with somebody who plays a really, really strong Orianna. Blitzcrank coming out, pretty standard stuff as well. So we've got it's Bolt versus NLG. I kind of want to do a little bit of the background on just what they've been through so far. Bolt is undefeated at this point. No Logic Gaming is, I want to double check here.
It's done here.
No Logic Gaming is 1-0-2, whereas Bolt is 2-0. So they're going into Bolt's third game and the fourth game for No Logic Gaming, and No Logic Gaming not having the best run out of it so far.
Yeah, we're actually in Group E for this round robin. There's something silly like, what, 16 times 16 teams? Like 256 teams or something dumb like that, which is a lot of summoners.
Yeah, that's way too many.
16 by 16?
No, 16 by 4. 16 by 4, 4.5, something like that.
Yeah, no, it's 16 by 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the upper. Okay, so not nearly as many, but
130.
Still, that's a lot of people here just play League of Legends. And in Group E, as you said, Bolt undefeated, but they're tied for first with one Knight team, and then No Logic is tied with the 420 Hentai Goddess, which sounds hot.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for them, in that fifth place, 0-2 Los Pedros. So yeah, this could be, you know, kind of a deciding game. Will No Logic kind of advance over the Hentai Goddesses, or will Team Bolt kind of lose the lead?
Yeah, we're going to see how it has to go. I mean, so far Bolt looks really, really strong, though apparently these aren't necessarily the kind of the masters of the league right now, if you will. They're not the cream of the crop. We've been hearing kind of rumblings about some of the top tier teams in here, and they're not in this group, so Bolt might have a pretty good run at this one. I'm really interested to see what their playstyle is like, and if they're really going to dominate this one the way we've seen games dominated. And if they will, then I really look forward to seeing the teams that leave this group.
Well, let's take a quick look at the teams, as most of the picks have now been locked in. Zyra, Shaco, Graves, Vlad, and Kennen. My goodness. Going back a little bit more old school, back to the days of the solo queue terror of Shaco in the jungle, and a double AP comp.
Yeah, Vlad Kennen is, I mean, they're going really old school here. Vlad Kennen with that, like, double WOTA comp that we used to see.
Oh, man.
That was a really big deal, but, I mean, is it really functional nowadays? We'll see how they pull this one off. But Shaco, when a team, a full fives team, picks Shaco as their jungler, that kind of leads me to believe that they're going to bank on their solo skill as opposed to that team, that real team dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys are kind of those solo Azkeros. I mean, look at Graves, Zyra. I mean, sure, that could be a nice combo at the bottom, but there's really nothing else that kind of combos with them. I mean, yes, the double WOTA comes out, but this is the League of Bruisers. This is the League of Warmogs, those big, snipey AP champs. I mean, unless you have superior range with, for example, a Lux, she's been doing fairly well a lot in Season 3. It's just kind of hit or miss, and does look like the last pick is going to be solidified. So we know who Bolt's going to be running. Let's check out NLG.
Yeah, NLG looks like they're going with the Tart Caitlyn combo. Nunu in the jungle. Not sure how I feel about that. He's going to be helpful to... Sorry?
Oh.
Yeah. He's going to be helpful to the Caitlyn for sure, and potentially the Jace as well. Diana Jace, though, as the last two picks. Jace, I feel like, is going to fare extremely well against either the Kennen or the Vlad. They could really go either way with that. And Diana, I think, is actually going to do the same thing. So in lane, it's going to be NLG probably doing quite well if they match up in skill level. Obviously, skill is a major factor as well, but just the character matchups, it's looking pretty good for these guys, though I don't like Diana for the full poke comp that they've got going with Jace and Caitlyn.
Caitlyn and Jace, they're both going to be viable targets for that Nunu Blood Boil late game. The last of the picks have now been solidified, no more swapping around. Both teams going to actually run triple Ignite. And we do got a barrier, but the barrier here is going to be on Tails. Tails going to be the ADC here on Graves, and he has the barrier, but the triple Ignite here, that's not a Shaco with a flash.
No. But that's actually, I think, a viable way to go with Shaco. If anybody's played him, or if you've seen him in your I don't know, so your ranked games or whatever, him rolling Exhaust or Ignite a lot of times is a better way to go because he's got that built-in flash with the cloak on the end, which is just devastating. You're not going to catch up to that guy. So it's not a bad way to go, and it makes his ganks obviously that much more effective.
This is a strange rune set here from Nunu. Ability power and attack speed.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Run Forest 2. So maybe that's squared. Run Forest Run, you know. But okay, hey, he obviously knows what he's doing. You don't really see the Nunu in the jungle that much anymore. But, you know, some of the older viable strategies with the Nunu was like, you know, you go with that Caitlyn in the bottom lane. Blood Boil became really big. That's why it did get nerfed. But at the same time, I do remember the days of a promote support Nunu. Yes. Back in the day, because you would promote what I would call Charles, which is the big siege minion, okay. And then you would blood boil him, push the lane, and he would just go to town on towers. It's like all of a sudden, 5-6 minutes in, you're either down a tower or half that tower is already gone. You're like, this seems to be more devastating than I thought.
Friggin' Charles, man. Charles.
But the fun thing is, with promote removed, you can still do that with the Nunu with the banner command.
Yeah, that is actually true, and actually I really like that item. Even in my rank games, if I'm support, that'll be one of the items that I rush out because the enemy team actually has a hard time dealing with that. We're going through looking at what player is this?
Holy cow! 30-0-0 on Kennen.
Wow.
30-0-0. I got our fellow French commentators like, what the hell did you just say? But also to check out this, ability power and physical damage in his rune set.
Yeah, he's
going for the double threat.
I mean, he's going to be able to harass. So what that tells me that since he's got attack damage in his build, he's going to want to lane against the Diana. So I assume that that's what they're going to be fighting for here.
Yeah. Well, is that going to be a Vlad top then? I mean, Vlad definitely a lot more standard, 21-9 into the defensive. Tanky AP is what he's calling that. His runes are at least a little bit more sane. But yeah, I suppose it would be Kennen in the top, but at the same time, I mean, where's he going to go? Is he going to go for that Diana? Diana is, of course, a little bit more nerfed as well from recent patches. Not exactly the terror she used to be, but for some strange reason, I automatically assume Kennen would be going top.
Yeah, I mean, he could go either way, but both of these guys, actually, Diana top is still pretty decent. So is Jace. Both teams can swap top and mid. I just think that Kennen's really going to want to fight against the Diana.
I was making faces at you.
I know.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see if they do actually, you know, kind of go up to those lanes. Now, we also, again, with the double AP on the Bolt, I mean, we got kind of more of a double AD going here for NLG with that Caitlyn Jace late game. I mean, Caitlyn by herself, definitely one of the more powerful, longer range late games as soon as she can get that steroid from Nunu. But at the same time, Jace has been proven very devastating when left to his own devices as well.
Yes, absolutely. And he's going to be offering, you know, in that later stage of the game, he's going to be offering a lot of poke. But look at the engagement potential you got here with Vlad, Kennen, mostly Kennen and Shaco, I would say, and Zyra, of course, with that CC, going to be able to get in there. One problem, though, that I'm seeing, obviously, in this loading screen is I see a lot of diamonds on one side and a lot of green coloring on that side as well, whereas on the opposite end, you've got not so high-rated champions. Though this is all from Season 2, of course. Maybe these guys have been grinding it pretty hard. We'll see how they fare in these lanes, and it could certainly go either way.
It definitely could, quite right. I mean, the diamond borders, solo queue, elo, it means comparatively very little as to your teamwork. If your teamwork is going to be far superior to that of your opponents, doesn't matter really how high their solo is, because this is not a solo game.
No.
But yeah, we're going to have to go with that. All right, so diamonds are going to be loading in. We're just waiting here on Zyra. Zyra, of course, as you said, with that initiate, with the Stranglethorn, she could also use that as a counter initiate because both Jace and Diana are going to have kind of those gap closers to get into the fray. And it does look like we are going to be starting this up. And, of course, we do have the competitive pause.
Yes. That's a strategy that's been implemented for the past couple of months. Just pause, make sure everybody's got the stuff set up. Though we're all at a LAN here, so if one team has a problem, then every team has a problem. And nobody with the speed shop. Nobody to impress me right now. 0 items. Though actually, Zyra having items actually is... I like that better than Tariq not having those items.
Yeah, Zyra definitely dipping a lot more into the utility, so Tariq must be a lot more defensive. It's been a long time since we've seen an offensive Tariq in terms of really the only time you see kind of like an AP or, God forbid, the old days of an AD jungle Tariq. You only really see those really in ARAMs these days or fun games. You can definitely get some weird builds out of Dominion as well, for example, the tanky cooldown Sona that does extremely well.
Yeah, definitely not going to be seeing too much of that, though. So Tariq, actually, we can't click it on him right now, but I am curious to see how tanky he is. I really want to go back and think about... Oh, nice.
Kind of see it.
Yeah.
56 attack, that's the wrong one.
564 HP, that's not bad. That's actually a lot of HP.
Yeah, level 1, 500 plus. He also has 56 magic resist, but he does have Shatter, also now skilled.
Holy smokes. Okay, that confused me a little bit there. I was like, how does he have...
Oh, that's not Shatter.
No,
sorry, that's Dazzle.
Yeah, wait.
So that's not even accounting to the aura.
Wow. So
yeah, he's pretty tanky.
56 MR is pretty brutal.
Well, he saw the double AP coming in. That's a smart play.
That is smart. Though I do have to say that the 30 offense on Kennen, I don't know if I can disagree with that any stronger than I do right now. I personally like seeing...
2 on Jace.
Yeah, what is with these guys? But yeah, I really like seeing 21 defense on Kennen's. 9 offense, 21 defense. Same thing for Diana's. I really like seeing that super tanky build.
Well, take a quick look here at Kennen. 8% spell, 8% armor penetration. He has 67 attack damage, 25 ability, and of course no items.
Yeah. Did you mention the 4 cooldown reduction? 4% cooldown? Yeah.
It's a penance. It's... Don't really consider that a huge deal this early on. A lot of the time you will get that cooldown out of the offensive just building down the tree anyways.
Yes.
So. Balls time. Great. Woo! Balls in our mouth. Awesome.
I really want to try the other kind of this.
It's alright. They have a lot of this. It's all good. Guys, remember, balls in your mouth is a great way to wake up.
Yeah, it's true, actually. I wake up with balls in my mouth. So about this game...
We got to do a quick disclaimer here. Balls.
Balls.
Yep. Timo hats, balls, and lands. It's a beautiful weekend. Beautiful weekend.
If my roommate's watching, I'm going to say that I will bring one of these back for you.
And if the admins are watching, he's not.
I'm not, actually. But if Balls, the actual representatives, are watching, I am, because that's what they want, right? They want to spread their product around. They would love for me to go around, I think, with a shot glass.
That says balls?
Or just like a ton of shot glasses and just fill this bottle and just hand them out so that people can know.
Have a shot of balls. Doesn't quite sound so good when you put it like that. Either way, pause is going to be resuming. It does look like they have figured out whatever the issues are. Lots of time to think what they're going to be buying. Right off the bat, you see the machetes come out from the junglers. Not really too much of a surprise. I'm a little curious as to how aggressive we're going to be seeing a Shaco, because if you do have a Shaco without that flash, without any kind of escape, he's really going to have to really just work on his deceive. I kind of expect to see him more kind of in invadey or lane invasions early on to make use of the cooldown for his Ignite.
Yeah, I honestly think that he will do that. One thing I like to do is Shaco... by the way, I keep talking about the jungle so in depth. It's because I am actually starting to main jungle with my team right now. But one thing with Shaco in particular is he can do what he's doing right now, just load up the Wolf in blue, and then take his Deceive level 2 and head over behind the Baron pit, jump that, or sorry, head into the Baron Pit, jump that wall, and then just spot out what the enemy jungle does for his red. And when he's against a Nunu, I think he's going to be really confident in doing something like that. I do not expect him to go for a normal jungle route.
Nice little poke there from Diana, kind of like the first love tap. Nunu's just laughing at her. Oscar the Grouch strapped to his back. Well, probably not Oscar the Grouch, but actually maybe that is Oscar. That's a garbage can.
Do you actually know what the Yeti is called? What his name is?
I do, but I can't fathom it at this point.
Yeah, I can't remember it either. I actually asked
it's Rivington. No, I mean.
Oh. Wow.
No, I did pay attention to some of the lore, but that is definitely Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah.
Very fitting here for not anything reason. Okay, so Cannon's going to be helping out here at the jungle. It looks like he will be mid up against that Diana, so correctly called on your front there, Frank. And no invade's going to be coming down whatsoever. Jace has already gone back up to the top. Now, of course, we are going to have Permanent Love heading his way up there. But there's those boxes just kind of making light work of this blue. And oh my god, was that smiteless? It was. Is he going to go straight off to that red and set up a gank?
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to set up a gank. He's just going to jump the wall and go for the red steal. And this is the kind of aggression you can get off with Shaco. He's got to be a little bit worried about the Nunu skipping Wraiths here, but he's going to go ahead and actually do it right in the back of the camp. Usually I like to pull this along the backside to at least give you that little bit of extra time, but he goes right for it. And because he got the smiteless, he'll take down the red, probably head towards that top lane.
And here comes Nunu. He does have that blue. Nice deceive, almost going to be just throwing him off his game into the bush. And now Nunu does finish off those Wraiths. He's going to be able to pull him right in. Could be a nice quick first blood because we still have that ignite.
I love this play from Shaco. This is a beautiful play. He's just waiting there. There goes the box, and he's going to get a lot of damage done here to that Nunu, and he's going to go ahead and steal this blue Wraith.
Or is
beautiful
he? No, he's not. Smite was saved. So, unfortunately, a little bit of a wrinkle in that plan. But, hey, the aggression is there. Aramis is making his will known. And now this is just going to mean he still has that ignite, and he can go top lane with it. But Diana going to be taking a lot of damage. That was a flash out from Kennen at the end. We're focused way too much on the Demon Jester himself. But here he goes. Looking for that kill. Is going to deceive in. Jace is a little bit too far away. There's the auto attack. Here comes the fear, but it's going to force out that flash instead. So, good aggression, but no kills as of yet.
Yeah, and you know what? Right now, we have been following around Shaco for a while now, but he is the name of the game. He's still up in that top lane. He's getting some damage done to Jace, and he gets first blood.
Jeez.
So, you know, Shaco he's really taking control of this game right now, and that's what you need to do. Everybody talks about Shaco being a very early game champion. That's what he is. Now, Kennen is going to spot out the Nunu and the enemy in his own jungle here. Gets off the lightning rush and quite a bit of damage, lands the 3 stacks and gets the stun. Bottom lane has come up to help this one out as well. Zyra really hunting down that kill, does not get it done, and Nunu tried to counter the red, doesn't get that done for himself.
Yeah, he didn't counter the red or the Wraiths, so you know, really good foresight there by Kennen, finding out that Nunu, a lot of pings are going down now. While of course Nunu was down there, guess what? Shaco went and cleared off those Wraiths again.
Yeah, and Shaco actually heading towards the mid lane. I think he just landed no, didn't even land his shiv there. So he's going to head over to his own red, and he's got his own jungle to clear out right now. If you look on the opposite end, I'm pretty sure Nunu's farming a single golem camp right now. Actually, yeah, he farms a single golem. Shaco just did a beautiful job there, cleared his Wraith camp twice, and now he's got his own red side 100% ready to rock.
And I do apologize yet again for that camera movement. So for whatever reason, I've been fighting the camera all day. Not too sure why, but this new patch is something of an effort. So either way, 1-0, and oh my god, why can I not get off of those people when I click buttons? I'm just going to follow Shaco from here on out.
Yeah, really, because, I mean, he is taking full control. Shaco, he has 2 kills for himself, and that's a really, really bad thing. That's something you don't want to deal with. Again, I think people feel way too confident saying, oh, the kills went on Shaco, he's a really bad late game champion. He's actually not that bad, especially if you build something tanky. Building one offensive item into Warmogs is always a good way to go on him.
Yeah, he's going to drop real low there to that red, but it's all about this bottom lane pressure right now. In terms of the CS, why are people dying everywhere? Permanent Love going to grab the kill under the tower in this top lane. That's going to be 0-2 now for Jace. All he has to his name is that flask, as across the board, just aggression, aggression, aggression. Look at all 3 of these lanes. They're all pushing in on the towers of NLG.
Yeah, and there's more aggression coming out from Kennen. Nunu not going to be able to get anything done. Flash forward here from Zyra is going to help pick up the kill for Tails. He's going to drop the Caitlyn. Still more damage coming out onto Apocalypse. That kill will go down as well, but not before Zyra dies. So Tarek picks up the kill. Barrier being used a little bit too deep there, it seems. Caitlyn, fetal position with her gun off to the side.
Yeah, she is embracing the Moon Mother for now, but she will come back to Earth. Now, here we go. Boom headshot is in this mid. Talking about the mid, 40 to 25 for the CS. All those extra physical attack damage, runes and masteries coming out really nice for the last hits here on Cannon. Here comes the Shaco with the red. Diana, however, does back off. They do have a ward right by that entrance, a very common spot. In fact, she has both sides of her jungle, of her laneways warded from the jungle entrances, so she does not want to get caught unprepared yet again. Jester Chaos back in the bottom, but Aramis is kind of searching around here for that new nude. Oh, he's going to come right in from behind for this gank on top of Boom headshot. There's the slicing maelstrom and another kill here, but crazy. I was going to say, is that the best deceive I've ever seen? But unfortunately, it's not.
No, actually, I don't know why he didn't deceive ahead of time. I think
cooldowns.
Maybe, but he just walked into the lane.
Yeah, he did.
That was confusing to me. I thought he would have gotten out of there a lot earlier.
I also expected SZC here to actually be tanking the tower, but lo and behold, Tower Logic helping out the no logic.
You think he'll get offended that we're not saying his whole name? SZC? SZC.
I'll apologize to him if I ever meet him in real life. 6-2, Bolt, very strong game. They are at the top of their group for a reason. Gone undefeated. Permanent Love really playing scared here with this Jace. I mean, look at Jace's positioning. Under that tower, throwing out the long-range headshots, looking to farm from a distance. Just does not want to be anywhere near that Vlad.
Oh, there's the snare going down. Graves trying to land that buckshot. Pops his ultimate. It lands directly onto Apocalypse. Spray going on to Jester of Chaos. Now we've got Aramis running in there, gets spotted by a ward, forcing out the flash from Caitlyn. He's still going forward on this one. Ignite and the Shiv will pick up the kill in the background. Graves will drop that Tarek top lane as well. Jace goes down to the Vladimir, who's going to continue that push because Diana and Nunu, the only two characters alive, are full-blown in that bottom lane. Zyra ultimate comes out. Still more aggression coming down here. Aramis and Tails CN dropping this Nunu. There we go, and now double buff for Graves.
This nuke, I thought you were going to say. Now here comes SCZ from behind. Is he going to be able to hit the headshot? No! Just barely got out of that dodge. But hey, 2 kills in the bottom. Permanent Love yet again taking Jace down in the top. I mean, it has been all-around aggression from the get-go with that Shaco making the plays happen. I mean, look at the global presence right now of Nunu. Nunu not only is level 5 to the 6 of almost every... Yeah, to the 6 of everyone else, if not 7 or 8. But his CS, 26 to 29, is also lacking. But somehow he has 2 kills.
Yeah, he's just working his way up there, man. It's not... I don't think... out of all the 3 games we've seen so far, this is clearly the most dominating one. It's clearly the most one-sided. Though I have to say that if these guys came up, Bolt, if they came up against any of the other 2 teams, I think it's going to be the teamwork factor that really plays against them. Boom
headshot going to be dropping low in the mid. ZDC down here. Lots of damage on top of the Jester. Flash forward. Tails going unstoppable. 5-0-1 in 9 minutes. Now again, big aggression top lane. Look at this. Aramis going to be finding Dragon. Boom headshot again, taking the big damages from the Diana. Now Aramis might be a little bit out of his element. A great deceive. It will get him out of dodge, but oh, he could have gotten a kill on that Diana, but I think he's more interested in his safety. SZZ up here as well. Nice flash forward. That's going to be a kill for Dragon yet again. This Nunu taking all the kills. Here comes Vlad, though. He's looking good. Come on, Shiv. Where's that slow? But it's going to be a hyper shot to the face. Aramis has to run out of this one. Permanent Love, however, able to grab the kill. I think that was the Hemoplage. No, that was down. That was just straight up transfusion.
Yeah, so down goes the Nunu, and Shaco using his ultimate. Is he going to bait out the Diana here? And he does so. Beautiful kill there. Unfortunately, he will also drop to the turret. It looked good for a second there. Yeah.
I thought maybe he was just going to walk out of that one like James Bond in one of those films where you don't look backwards at explosions.
Yeah. Though I have to say, Shaco... actually,
yeah,
not talking about Shaco. Down.
You said Shaco and something died. I think we're invoking a curse at this point.
All right, the clown guy, he gets So him getting kills, I think he knew he was going to die there, but he is still in that solo queue mentality. Just get as many kills for yourself, and don't worry about what the enemy team gets, because it's almost like you think of your skill level as being so worthy of that kill that the enemy team getting a kill doesn't matter as much. Here comes another kill, though, and actually 2 kills going to Zyra, another turret going down here. This is just going literally just out of control here right off the bat. 15 to 5. Hemoblag goes down. Vlad pulls in, trying to get some more damage off. Dragon gets a snowball down, but he could have got transfused there, and I think he would have died.
Yeah, it's kind of debatable at that point. I mean, we do got a lot of magic resist, remember, on the NLG folk. Now, while all this is going on, Tails, he's going to go out the bottom turret. We kind of saw that coming, but Sodivon up here against the Airmen. He's running scared. Bottom lane, shutdown spree coming out from this double kill on a Diana. Very well played there. A little bit too much of an overextension maybe, or just, hey, we need to go back to town. Top lane though, Aramis baiting it out with the clone. There goes the Shiv, looking for that speed up, and I think Aramis realized he just can't catch up. He has no mobility other than that deceive, and he does have the jungler boots, but of course with those long range snipes we're able to just kind of keep him at normal pace. Now Aramis taking a lot of damage here. Does he think that Jace is gone?
Well, actually, this was interesting. I really don't like that play from Jace, because while he was waiting, yeah, Shaco was taking damage from the creeps, but he also was healing with the with his lantern there. So he was actually healing, I think, a little bit more than he was getting damage, but he waited for the Nunu. I didn't realize he was waiting for Nunu to come in. I thought he just wanted to 1v1 him.
Yeah, well, hey, there's honor in 1v1, but we need kills at this point. 15 to 8. Bolt still kind of in command of this game. 7,000 gold at 12 minutes. I think it's our biggest deficit we've seen today.
Yeah, this is a huge, huge deficit. Though 8 deaths, to me, when you're dominating a game that much, I don't think those 8 deaths are justified. I think you should be able to roll forward without that. In comes another kill onto Dragon here. Nunu starts dancing. He knows he's going to go down. So the Ken and Vlad combo, man, it's looking really strong at this point. Both of them have... Actually, sorry, no, lifesteal only on Vlad at this point, though I did expect them to actually go for that old school double Woda.
Well, I mean, a Fiendish Codex, I think that's not into a Woda, is it?
It's a book.
Yeah.
It's a book, but it's not a Woda.
Morello Namaka?
Probably, actually.
Codex also used for an Athenes. I don't foresee Athenes, but hey. This is an item that kind of strikes me as a bit strange to build against a double AP. Seeker's Arm Guard. They're that afraid of Shaco.
I mean, maybe reasonably so. He's got 5 kills under his belt, and he's gone for that Bilgewater Cutlass, and he's gone for Wriggle's Lantern, so he's going for a super aggressive build at this point. Top lane, though, looks like Zyra gets that snare down onto Jace, which allows Vlad to get some damage off. Nunu ultimate comes out as well. Hemoplag into the pool. He's going to allow for Shaco to catch up here. That's going to be a dead Nunu, and probably Diana as well. Down she goes. The push will continue in this top lane. 18 to 8. Jester, 10k down before the 15-minute mark. I said it was 1,500, and we've seen 2 games now where it's been about 2k at the 15 minutes.
Oh man, it's a lot more than 2k right now.
Yeah.
18 to 8. 4 towers on top of a dragon to boot. Actually, 2 dragons. I'm fairly sure that one has not respawned yet. Or has respawned and has been killed off again.
Yes.
And yeah, my chat's obviously down. Apocalypse going to be caught out here by the poke. Does go down. SSZ picking up another kill. Graves just been split pushing like mad. I don't know how many towers are under his belt, but at least 3 of them have been at his hand. Now he does come up top. Seems to be where the party is, but the rest of the party is just kind of making their way out. Now we do got a ward there, so Cannon really low. It looks like we can't even capitalize on it though.
No, and Graves almost 2v1ing there, Diana and Nunu, who Diana now finds herself in the background here, just trying to defend this turret. I would really like to see a little bit more cohesion here coming out from the Bolt team. Yes, they're ahead, but I think that at this point you need to group up to get some objectives done here. It's been a little bit chaosy, and they're taking advantage of the mistakes of their enemy team, but I think they should be able to take advantage of their own well-doing, of their own plays that they start making.
Alright, so it looks like this will be the second dragon. I thought it would come and pass. I saw a symbol come up. I guess it was just the 5th tower going down. And oh my god, how did Jace get so low? Because there's a Shaco not there. There's a Shaco in this mid. Yeah, boom, headshot. Oh my god, big fight there. What were they doing by the dragon? They did have vision. I guess they were hoping to do something about it, but we are just so far ahead here from Bolt.
Yeah, Diana does pick up a kill there. Can we take a look at the gold, actually, for a quick second here? I want to see. Yeah, there's a lot of gold on this team right now. That's what I was expecting. Graves, Shaco, and Vlad have about 2K each at this point. So when they go back and shop, there's going to be some real problematic items here for Team NLG to deal with.
Nunu trying to do his best defending this tower. He's just getting poked for free. And we don't really have the most mana right now on Tails, but of course we don't need mana on that cannon. Again, lots of poke. The stun coming out because of the 3 mark. Boom, headshot's going to go in with the moonfall, but nothing actually going to be coming of it. And Apocalypse, he's just going to get brave and kind of wander forward. Now we're 16 minutes in, but the item progression for Bolt feels more like 25 to 30.
Yeah, 32K, 21 kills for their team. They're getting much more than a kill a minute. Usually that to me tells me that a team is just completely dominating when they get a kill a minute, but this many seems a little silly. Hemoblad goes in there. Looks like Apocalypse is going to get dropped here. Diana goes down as well, and this is just ridiculous. The AoE burst just enough to completely slaughter this enemy team here. Shaco not even anywhere near that fight. And
yeah, that was 4 on 5.
And I think Graves hasn't even shopped yet, so...
Yeah, Graves only does have that Bloodthirsty. He also, curiously enough, has himself a Crystalline Flask. Not really an item that you see too often these days ever since it did get nerfed, but this might be a pre-20-minute Nexus if we don't have any kind of real backbone coming out of this. But, oh my god, the damage coming onto the Jester. He does get himself away with that one. Nice Fear coming out, does stop out that Home Guard, but lots of Moonfall damage. Gonna get a kill, looking for the double on top of Cannon. They are going to grab it. Shaco, however, will take down Caitlyn. Deceives out, has an Ignite on top of him. Graves returns the damage. 2 for 2 in that exchange. Oh, but the snipe coming out from Jace will put down the demon himself. So 3 for 2, but still, even that weakened, Bolt was still able to gain almost the upper hand.
Yeah, and Jace is going to come in here and try to get damage done onto Vlad. It's not going to be enough. With Graves there to back him up, he's got a lot of damage behind him, but the Nunu Snowball actually slows him down to a grinding halt here. Now Tails CN is on the run. Hammer mode, jumps forward with the Q. He's not going to go down here, though. Nice turnaround from NLG. How long is this going to last, though?
Yeah, I mean, hey, sure, hey, great, guys. We held our Nexus. We have no towers. It is 8 towers to zip. 8 towers to zip. Gold is now expanded to almost 1,000 gold a minute better for Bolt.
Yeah, that's really problematic.
A little bit.
I don't even know if I've ever heard it called that way. More than 1,000 gold a minute.
Better.
Better.
Well, they need a few thousand more, but, you know, they're working on it. SSE picking up another kill. Apocalypse just cannot really run away from this one, but a nice trap from Caitlyn at least will delay the inevitable. Now, are we going to look for a Strangle Thorns? We are going to at least pull out the Thorns. SZZ picking it up. There's the Strangle combo. Up goes Tarek down into the grave. And now they're just going to start working away on that. But, oh my god, this is not even done yet. We're going to get a little bit of revenge there from Diana. Zyra down, flash forward going as well. Looking for the kill on top of Ken, and she will grab it. But Airman, he stops to laugh. That's how confident he is. He stops to laugh. 2 on 2 with the clone. Clone's going to get knocked away. It explodes. Takes Diana down with a double kill. 2 on 1. You just saw Shaco win that fight.
Yeah, and Graves actually didn't do any damage there. We saw he didn't get the assist, so he didn't do any damage to help out in that fight. Though he will get caught out here from a Nunu ultimate. I'm sure Snowball's back online. There we go. Caitlyn looking for this kill. Aramis, though, with Vladimir there is just going to go dunk mode here, and this is going to be one dead Nexus. Name of the game here, no logic.
So if it was a 20,000 gold difference at 20 minutes, then they're playing 1,000 gold a minute better than no logic. But unfortunately, just a little bit shy. I did look at the gold counters at the end, though. It's like when we got those last 5 kills, they went up by increments of 100. That's how much the enemy team was worth at that point.
Yeah, that's
100 gold.
That's bad. You know, I've heard actually a lot of solo queue players, maybe this is just me raging, but I've heard a lot of solo queue players where they're like, I'm not even worth that much, so it doesn't matter if I die. Yes, it does. Stop dying. But anyways, I got this really funny image in my head right now because Kennen ended the game with a Fiendish Codex,
yep.
Woda,
right there.
Will of the Ancients, and a Riley. So I have this image of him like walking around with like he's like the keeper of the books with his Riley staff. And he's just like the keeper of the books, and then he just like drops everything and just goes in and slaughters everything.
So what I heard out of that is the Statue of Liberty, but replaced by Kennen.
Yes, Kennen is officially a symbol of justice and freedom.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That 30-0-0 is definitely a bit of a bold maneuver, but it worked.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
I don't know how to analyze this anymore. I think we've gone pretty in depth by saying that they had a lot of gold.
Yep.
They had a lot of kills.
Yep. A lot of items.
Yeah. And then they just went all LeBron James and just started dunking everybody.
At least you didn't say Chris Brown.
Yeah. Oh. Ouch.
But all right, next game. Hey guys, hello français. That's our casters. No français. All right, we're gonna find out what our next game is. For all the stomps, go over to the French stream. Blame them. They pick all the matches. So. Oh, they didn't hear me. Shame. But yeah, we will be returning shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere. More League of Legends here at the Lan ETS coming up.